everybody, welcome to Spikey Saturday number 35 on the Mana Leek. I'm John as always, and today we're getting away from Dragons of Terrakir Limited and we're going off to Modern Masters 2015 edition. It is GP Vegas weekend and GP Utrecht and GP the other one, I can't remember, in Japan I think. So in honor of that, I'm going to be doing a sealed pool just like everybody is going to be doing around the world this weekend. So we're going to jump into this Phantom Sealed event. There is only Phantom Sealed. There is no non-Phantom Sealed for some reason. There's non-Phantom Draft, and we might just happen to see that on Wacky Wednesday. But we're going to jump into this sealed event and see how we do with these Phantom cards that I hopefully don't wish I had. Hopefully there's no foil Tarmogoyfs making me wish that I had actually paid for a full event. But we'll jump into this and see how it goes. Alright, so here we are with our pool, and let's sort by rares and see what we got. We got ourselves, a Cryptic Command. That would have been nice to have, and an Ayavugan. Not sure what the prices on those are exactly, but they're pretty solid. We got a Fulminator Mage, also relatively pricey. A Guile. Can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. Spell or ability you control would counter a spell. Instead of exile that spell, you may play that card without... Okay. Interesting. I'm going to have to read that again for sure. Hellkite Charger. Also pretty fun. Precursor Golem's fun in the blue-white artifact deck, of course. And Surakar Spellblade. Decent stuff, decent stuff. Some decent blue stuff I see. Blue-red maybe being a thing. Let's sort by color and let's throw all the playables in. And this is going to take a while because I don't know Modern Masters that well. Some of these cards I'm going to be seeing for the first time. Court Homunculus is pretty solid, especially in the artifact deck. Bingo for Dispatch. Sunlance, pretty darn good removal. 3 damage, target non-white creature for 1. Pretty solid. Mighty Leap, eh. Mirspith, definitely in the blue-white artifact deck. What do we have for artifacts? Pretty solid, pretty large amount of artifacts there, I would say. Maybe we go down the blue-white artifacts deck because we've got the double Mirror-Smith. Let's sort by color here. Sky Hunter Skirmisher, Flying Double Strike, eh. 3 of them, though. Wow. 4 to 5. Sunspear, you go in the artifact deck, assuming there's equipment. Moonlight Strider, more for the spirit deck. We'll have to see what's in black. And search your library for an equipment card, potentially if we have good equipment. Blue, we've got Narcolepsy, very good removal. Telling Time is okay-ish. Thrumming Bird, there's not a huge amount of stuff to proliferate, but it could be fun. Wings of Velasvel, don't really like it. State Progress, again, if there's stuff to proliferate, maybe. Stoic Rebuttal, if blue-white artifacts is a thing, that's going to go in. Surakar Spellblade, whenever you cast an instant sorcery, you can put a charge counter, deals combat. Yep, he's good in basically anything. Cryptic Command, generally good in any blue. Somber Hoverguard, definitely in blue-white artifacts. Guile, let me read this again. So it's a 6/6 for 6. It can't be blocked except by 3 or more creatures. So they need to block with their team. If a spell or ability I control would counter a spell, I get that spell and I can pay it, or I can play it without paying the mana cost. So I have to be the counter deck. When Guile's put into a graveyard from anywhere, shuffle it into its owner's library. So reanimation, basically. Seems greedy. Seems greedy, especially the triple blue. Maybe playable, though. Repeal, totally playable. So, blue-white. You know what? I'm going to throw together a blue-white artifacts deck right now, just to see how it goes. Darksteel Axe with my equip guys, sure. Flare Husk, I'd prefer not. Glinthawk Idol, yes. Spear of the Sun, yes. Blinding Soul Eater, definitely. What are you? You're a 3/3 and I get 3 mana when you die. That's fine, I suppose. Sickle Slicer. Living Weapon +2/+2, equip of 4. That's pricey. Etched Oracle. Don't think we're going to be going down that route. Frogmite, yeah. Rusted Relic, yeah. Precursor Golem, yeah. So that's a decent number of artifacts. We could throw in probably another creature, preferably. Ulamog's Crusher, probably not in this deck. Flare Husk's a living weapon. It's a 1/1. It's not the best. Etched Oracle, we'd get a 2/2 out of it for 4. And it's not the best either. Did we leave anything back in blue-white? Not terribly so. Maybe we just do play the Guile, just for the hell of it. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 artifacts. No, I think we'll go with the Sickle Slicer, I suppose. It's a 2/2 for 3 at the worst. Yeah, so I think that is kind of the blue-white artifact deck. And I'll probably build 2 or 3 decks out of this pool, I think, just to see how it goes. Yeah, I'm going to add some lands to this and save this as the blue-white artifacts deck. 10-7, sure. So let's save that as, yeah, default name there. And then let's return those lands back and return those artifacts back. I don't think those artifacts are going to go too much into any other deck. What do we have for black? Let's start knocking down spirits, I guess. So that's all right. Blood Throne is more black-red. So let's toss that over there. Dusk Hunter Bat, Dusk Hunter Bat, Dusk Hunter Bat is also more black-red. And totally fine, too. It's a 2/2 flyer for 2, ideally. Nameless Inversion, very good. 2 of them, in fact. Grim Affliction. Grim Affliction, totally good as well. Scavenger Drake. I've got enough removal in black that could be a thing, maybe. Spread the Sickness, destroy target creature, then proliferate. Yeah, solid removal in here. And then 2 Death Denieds, which I don't terribly care about. So we've only got the 1 Soul Shift, which is unfortunate. That means black-white spirits is not going to be a thing. Not going to be a thing at all. The white is definitely going down the artifact route. Definitely going down the artifact route. So let's kind of skip past black-white spirits, I think. So Plagued Riscala can go away. The rest, I think, can stay for the potential black-red deck. Black-blue, not really seeming like a thing either. In red, we've got, what's Blades of Velasvel? Changeling instant, +2/+0 for 2 creatures. It's alright. Goblin Warpaint, +2/+2 and haste as an enchantment. Smoke Braider is going to potentially go in an elementals deck. There are 3 of them, but I don't think I saw many elementals in blue. And that's where the rest of them are. You're an elemental, I suppose. And you do, well, you could fit. The Guile could fit. But there's not much else for elementals there. Hellkite Charger, maybe in the black-red. Fiery Fall, 5 damage to our creature. It's expensive, but it's removal. Dragon Soul Knight, if we do sort of the red-green domain deck. Got 2 of them there. Soul Bright Flamekin, you're an elemental. Pay 2, target creature gains trample until end of turn. If this is the 3rd time this ability is resolved this turn, you may add a whole lot of mana to your mana pool. 2, 4, 6, 8 mana, 8 red. So I pay 6 and I get 8? That's confusing. Does Smoke Raider work for abilities of elementals? It does. So I could pay like 3 Smoke Raiders to make 8 mana? Well, that's interesting, but not the best. Yeah, I don't think blue-white or blue-white, red-blue elementals is going to be a thing either, really. So that's unfortunate. The red's really weak, I think. I think the red is really weak. Really, really weak. I mean, I could go red-white with the skirmishers and all of the spells on top of it, so that's a possibility. That is a possibility. I'll have to look into it. Fulminator Mage, you know, he's expensive because of his constructed appeal. He's not really all that good here. There's not much we're going to be doing with the lands. Let's look at the green, I suppose. Commune with Nature. What are you? Top 5 cards, reveal a creature card, put it into your hand, put the rest in the bottom of your library in any order. Yeah. Simic Initiate, Graft 1. Tukatung Thalid, make a 1/1. Double Vines of Vastwood. That's not too bad. Aquastrand Spider, another Grafter, Gnarlid Pack. Gnarlid Pack's fine. Matka Riders. Power and toughness equals the number of basic land types. So that's the domain deck, of course. We didn't get any bounce lands, so I don't think the domain deck's really going to come together at all. Pelaka Worm. totally good. Rootkin Ally is fine. Yeah. Sylvan Bounty, no. Bestial Menace, totally fine. Carplusian Strider? Can't be the target of blue or black spells. 3/4 for 4? Seems fine. Sundering Vitae. Sideboard, sideboard. Yeah, I mean, the green looks fine. What does Drooling Grudian do? He's a 4/3 for 6? But I can pay 4, sack a creature to give target creature +2/+2, and another creature -2/-2. Yeah, that seems too cute to me. Green-white Sigil Blessing. We don't really have token producers, I don't think. Green-white's where we're going to go. And green-blue Lore Scale Quattle. I kind of feel like the blue-white deck is almost all we have. There's so much good black here, though. So much good black there. I'll have to look maybe into black-green, but I'm going to build the red-white double strike surprise combat trick deck and see what that looks like. Let's just return everything to the sideboard. So that would have Court Homunculus, it would have Sunlance, it would have Mighty Leap, it would have Sunspear, it would have Sky Hunter, Sky Hunter, Sky Hunter, it would have, I guess, Fire Slingers, it would have Blades, it would have War Paints, Soulbright Flamekin. That could be pretty good, actually, with giving Trample to a huge double striker. Dragon Soul Knights, no. Fiery Fall, I guess. Hellkite Charger, sure. Kind of fell off there, and we still need 8 cards to fit in. Still need 8 cards. Well, we could put in the Swordsman. Swordsman? Swordsmith. And then we could put in some equipment. You know, Darksteel Axe would be pretty solid on a double striker. Flare Husk. Is there anything better than that? Well, Blinding Soul Eater still fits in. Sphere of the Suns, I guess, fits in. Sickle Slicer, maybe? Well, it gets us to 20, but really Creature Light for what I think the deck wants to do. So we've got just the one elemental, I think, the Soulbright guy. Nobody else is an elemental that I know of offhand. Rapid Flames, 1 damage to each creature. Those creatures can't block. Well, actually, that fits in for sure. Turning off their team, basically. Dragon Soul Knight is, in this deck, just a 2/2 for 3 with First Strike. Well, ideally, I'm going to be throwing on double strike to things, or things are going to have double strike already. It's an interesting deck. It's an interesting deck. Fortify, what are you? You know, you do give +2/+0 with the team, so that has a place, I think. I'm not going to have Metalcraft, really, for Dispatch. Not reliably enough, anyways. Not reliably enough. So maybe just a Dragon Soul Knight and never really get to activate it. Doesn't seem great, but I guess. That seems like a much weaker deck to me. Seems like a much weaker deck. I'll save it as a backup. So deck number 2. And then the other deck I wanted to look at was black-green, because there was so much removal. Spread the Sickness, Grim Affliction, Nameless Inversion. We'll take a couple Dusk Hunter Bats, and a Scavenger Drake, I suppose. And then for the green, we'll take a look at Vines. Spider's a 1/3? Or sorry, not a 1/3, it's a 2/2. And I can give reach to things with counters. Yeah, so Spider seems fine. Gnarlid Pack is fine. Tukatung Thalid is fine. Palaka. Not much ramp. Not much ramp at all in green. That's unfortunate. Bestial Menace. Carplusian Strider. Yeah, no ramp. No rampant growth, no double hierarch, no nothing that gives us ramp or fixing even. So I don't know if black-green's really going to be a thing. Really wish I could use that black, though. Just don't think it's going to happen. Let's sort by color. So, I mean, I could try to be like the black-red double strike surprise deck. Well, no, there's no double strike. The double strike is all in the white. Yeah, you know what? I think we've got blue-white affinity, and I think we've got red-white double striking aggro. And I think that might be all this pool has. I do have Eye of Ugin. It would make Crusher only cost 6. But I'd have to play Eye of Ugin, which doesn't generate any mana for me. Seems a bit greedy to me, to be honest. Seems a bit greedy to me. So, black, green. I don't think it's going to work, unfortunately. Don't think it's going to work. We still need a bunch of cards. There's not really that many that I want to pull out. Yeah, I don't think it's going to work. What I do want to do is load up the red-white deck again and check, because I have a feeling I didn't put in Precursor Golem, which totally goes in that deck, considering you could throw the pump spells on all of your golems. So yeah, Precursor Golem definitely goes in, and we pull out, what do we pull out? Maybe a Fire Slinger? Yeah, pull out a Fire Slinger. That feels a little bit better to me. It still feels weaker than the blue-white deck, I think, but it feels okay. So let's save that again as deck number 2. So yeah, I think those are our 2 decks. We've got that one, and we've got the blue-white artifacts, which I think is going to be the one that we go with. It just feels much better to me. It's got the Cryptic Command. It's got the spell blade. We've got an affinity guide that can go in the air, which is quite nice. Sunlance Dispatch is gonna probably be online most of the time. And Narcolepsy. Is Thrumming Bird doing anything? It's putting counters on Sphere. Is that it? Oh, I guess it's putting counters on Spellblade. So we're getting just 2 counters. Is there anything else that we can try to abuse with counters? Don't think so. Well, Etched Oracle, I guess. And Thrumming Bird is Proliferate whenever it deals damage. Well, it's cute, but I don't know otherwise. Because that is our only Proliferate source. That is our only Proliferate source. Maybe we throw in Guile. Maybe not. No, I don't think so. Yeah, so I think we'll go with blue-white artifacts, which, coincidentally enough, probably not coincidentally, is what I played in my Modern Masters draft, which hopefully you guys saw on this channel. Seems fine to me. Seems much weaker than the one I had, but of course this is sealed, which is going to be weaker than draft overall. If it doesn't work out, we'll switch into that red-white deck and see how it goes. But I'll submit this, and I'll see you guys for round 1.